Hello, and thank you for tuning in to this Monday edition of Born to Be a Star. Today is Monday, another day and another opportunity for us to recognize our star power. Another chance for us to recognize and reflect on where we've been and where we're going next on our stardom journey. And this past weekend, I don't know why, but I felt this sense of urgency to strip myself from all of my clothes in the current wardrobe I had and start again. Started throwing shit out, and I'm going to continue to do it all week. And I don't want things from 4 years ago. I don't want things that have just been in my way. Also, why do I have to continue to wear a style I'm not into? I'm going for I don't know, I'd say 70s retro rocker girl vibe. London meets rocker girl. So I'm really going to get a lot of things with tassels. And
well, my girls, they're all out sick. Can you believe that? Yeah. They had to cancel all our appointments. We canceled yours if you weren't going to con tomorrow. Glad you didn't. So you start a new film, or?
I think I want to do more blacks and darker colors, maybe tans, and I really just want like t-shirts from like Guns N' Roses, and I just want things that represent the style that I'm actually interested in,
But what I think needs immediate attention.
which is chic meets stylish meets fun, right? I'm kind of sick of my New York, London thing. That shit's been dead for a while, and I'm ready to ditch it. And I'm not sure that the style in New York is what it used to be. I more so think that the style in like UK and the EU is probably my cup of tea more so than New York. So I'm going for the rocker London vibe. So I'm ditching shoes. I want new boots. I want new everything that matches up with what I'm feeling. I want to get new pea coats. I want pea coats to be my style, not big clunker puffy coats. And I really just want.
No, wake me when you're done. Let's have a look. Feel that? Good. Yeah, she's loose. Pull it right out of there.
Really want to do a better job of making myself happy.
Didn't hurt, did it? Why don't you go anywhere?
The way that I should be. I don't feel like I want to like stay doing styles because I have to. I want to be able to throw shit away and get on with things that I'm not feeling, whether it's a bag or whether it's shoes or whether it's a shirt. And I don't want to feel like because I bought something, I have to keep it. I really don't like any of the shit I have, honestly. And I'm okay with starting new and starting again if that means that I am going to be able to truly have a better representation of what I'm looking for. That's the idea. I want comfy meets stylish meets chic, right? That's my vibe. There's stores I want to shop at, and I'll be shopping at them. I don't really go into the mall. And for the stores that I do like, I'm really going for the Kim Kardashian leggings and the top vibe. That's really my thing, and I'm sticking with that. Maybe some Fabletics, maybe some things like that. And I'm starting this podcast off here talking about style because I spent a lot of time during the weekend just questioning what mine was. I think we all have this debacle. But coming up on Monday, going into work and starting the week new, is Obviously. Every day is another day and another opportunity for us to recognize our star power and reflect on what we actually like and what we actually want to represent. I more so want to represent like bad girl meets eats, right? I want heads to roll, tables to turn, and jaws to drop. The goal weight, whatever it might be, I will retain that and get to it. And I want to be the epicenter of my version of perfection. Does that mean I'm expecting myself to be perfect? No. Does that mean I think I'm a dream model? No. But does that mean I want to change what I look like? Yes. And I think whatever it is, big or small, getting rid of your wardrobe or adding something new or changing something that you don't like, every day is an opportunity for us to say to ourselves, yes, we can start again. Yes, we can try something new. Yes, we can be the best versions of ourselves. Yes, we can change our mind. Yes, we can decide we want to knit, sew, crochet. Yes, we can decide that we want to change our hairstyle, our hair color, or our style in general. Maybe you do want to play the clarinet, the drum, the violin, the cello, or maybe you do want to sing, whether it's solo or in a group. Maybe you are ready to change your new running path, or you want a different gym, or maybe you want to start drinking more water. Whatever the case may be, every day is a day to say, yes, you can. Following the idea of yes, you can is the idea of never giving up. Life is difficult, and the only way to get through it is to find the perseverance to get through it. The only way to get through the difficulty is to face the fear, conquer the darkness, and become the light you were supposed to be. Even if something doesn't go your way, you got to do it. It's the idea of fighting and persevering. Never giving up is not always easy. There's going to be some things you want, and it might not happen. And remembering that you're not here alone, remembering that there's others around you, that there are doctors and nurses and EMTs and firefighters and librarians and Army Reserve, National Guard, and people that work wherever they work, where you work. That there's people doing things that are getting done. And we're never alone in this moment when we feel like we are. That's the idea of never giving up. That's the mantra that John Cena created, and that's the mantra that I continue here on this podcast. It's persevering through the pain and the darkness and the worry and the irritation and the what the fuck am I going to do now to get to that point. The other part of our mantra is why not today? Because procrastination and indecisiveness has never been our friend. We wait too long to get things done. When you continue to put off today for tomorrow and you pretend that you have time you can't buy, then you'll never get anything done. Life should be where we don't waste any time and we don't overdo things, and we try to prevent ourselves from spreading ourselves too thin. And we understand what we can and cannot do. We need to organize. We need to plan effectively. We need to make our doctor's appointments and show up for them on time. We need to take care of our kids. We need to know what the hell is going on with our houses and our homes and our lives and our schedules. And we have to have a good idea of things. Or what do we have? Doing shit randomly and not having any idea, who exactly is that beneficial to? How are you going to complete something if you don't have a way to start it? How are you going to excel at something if you never do it? That's the idea of why not today. You can't put off today for tomorrow. You have to get things done. You cannot procrastinate for the rest of your life. You're going to have to make decisions, because if you don't, what exactly are you going to have instead? You can't buy time, stop it, or control it. It is such a correlation between the idea of Quiet Place 5 or like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, where you're not really thinking about the fact that at any point this could all just be over, like a movie. I know we say it like, and maybe you're listening and you're not seeing this realistically. The idea of Why Not Today is not to pretend like you're acting in a role, but to act like you're living your life. Because your life is not going to wait for you, right? You're just going to get older. You're not going to be 16 forever. You're not going to be, I don't know, 20 forever. You sure as hell aren't going to be 40, and you won't remain at 57 for the rest of your life. You're going to get older. People age. They turn 90, they turn 100, they turn 111. They get older. Their lives change. The things that they do change. Now, I think as long as you're living a decent life, the mortality rate can always be going up or down, but shouldn't we want to live our lives to the fullest? Shouldn't that be something that we look forward to? Well, if we're doing that, then that is how we are living. Don't put off the day for tomorrow, because tomorrow might not come. Following that, let's get into the mantra like we were talking about at the beginning of this podcast. Sipping the tea, sipping the tea, sipping the tea for you and me, sipping the tea. We're going to drink chai. Why not? Iced, because everything is cold, but I kind of don't want to have anything hot. So the conversation is this. Why can't you just decide you hate your style and get rid of it? I mean, I'm doing that. I just been looking at my clothes and my underwear and my sports bras and all the crap that I was wearing to the gym. I haven't been to the actual Anytime Fitness in forever. And I think I'm just going to leave that gym closed, and I'm done with it. Really, I kind of feel like I more so want to just do Anytime Fitness or have a different gym, not the one I was going to, because I was spending all this money and I don't think I was getting my money's worth. So I have all these clothes and I have all this stuff, and like, I'm not really sure when I bought this shit, and I don't really like it. Like, I hate all the leggings I have. I hate the fact that the bras are like, they're nice, they're decent, but I've had them forever, so I need new things. So I am okay with just getting garbage bags and getting rid of it. Now, my mom and other people would say I should donate it and I should give it to people. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I could always sell it on Poshmark or Mercari, but I kind of just don't want to see the shit. I kind of want to get rid of it. That's how I feel. Like, I'm not trying to be selfish, but these aren't things that I want to necessarily give to anybody. I want to, like, cut down on my wardrobe and not buy shit I don't need. The last position that I worked at, I had to dress up like, I don't know, I was some executive secretary. And now the thing that I'm doing, I don't really need to do that anymore. But you are supposed to dress for the job you want, not for the job that you have. You have to take that into consideration, which I do. But I think I need to switch up my wardrobe and get rid of these things that I don't want and don't need. So over the next week, maybe the next month, I will be doing that entirely, and I'll be rebuying things to add into it. I'm going to keep a few things, obviously. I have to start somewhere. But for the majority of everything, it's going. I'm talking shoes, bags, coats, pants, dresses, skirts, all of it. I'm just nuking it, and I'm getting rid of it, and I don't even want to think about it. I've gotten to that point where I don't want to see this shit. It's just irritating to me. And I'm not saying that you can't switch stuff up, or I'm not saying that everybody needs to throw out their wardrobe, but some people might agree with me. You get to this point where you're looking at this stuff and you're just like, what the hell is this? I don't even know what half my crap is. Like, when did I buy this? What made me think this was nice? Like, I'm at that point where I'm trying to figure out in my mind, Why did I think I wanted this, right? In my mind, what made me think this is cute? That's my question. And I'm not trying to be sarcastic or an asshole. I'm seriously asking. Because I don't know. And I wonder, like, part of me wonders, like, what exactly am I doing? Right? Like, what am I doing? And I'm not sure. That's the truth. I just feel like I don't want a wardrobe where I'm second guessing it entirely the way that I've been doing it. And I'd rather have something where I'm excited about what I'm wearing versus, oh, I don't have shit in here, which is basically what I feel like. Like, oh, I'm going to wear that again. Like, I literally look at the clothes I have and I really just feel like I want to throw up. I don't really think anybody should feel like that. That's the point I'm at. But moving past the tea, let's get to the main part of this conversation on this Monday. Karma is best served cold, because what other way would you like to serve that? People need a wake-up call. They always think one thing's going to go one way versus another. It reminds me of this case where the guy murdered the dude that worked at United Healthcare, Mangione, and his defense team has secured him not getting the death penalty for whatever reason. Now, we've all seen that video. He murdered that man. He killed him. The man was a father of two, and it doesn't matter how you feel about him. He was still a human being, and Luigi killed him. He doesn't have a mental disability. There isn't anything wrong with him. He planned to kill him. He stalked that man, and the idea that stalking isn't a problem is the whole Justice Department in many different parts of the world is very questionable, right? But I think when people do things like that, murdering people, killing people, stripping them of their humanity, deciding they want to be God, I almost certainly believe that they are going to get nothing but a very fucked up kind of reality that they are most likely not going to be prepared for. And I almost cannot wait to watch it and witness it happen. You're not God. You're not special. Whatever's coming for you is going to be a motherfucker. And karma and payback is something that these people aren't ready for. And I think they most certainly deserve it. I'm just going to say that. When you do bad onto others, do you really think that's not going to follow you like a dark wind? You think you're not going to get these things back when you think mean, when you have these mean feelings? You think that you're not going to get it back? That's a lie. You are. Trust should be promised. It shouldn't be something where you have to second guess. Should I trust this person? Should I not trust this person? These are things that are very questionable, and we should all be questioning it. Seriously, we should. People honestly think that trust can just be given without anything added into it. You got to be careful who you trust, who you tell your business to, who you disclose who you are to, because it could be a traitor or it could be an inside person. Your circle needs to be filled with people that are promoting growth and excellence and perfection, or whatever that version of it is. Not people that want to tell you what you can't be and instill fear and negativity in your life. Me and Skip were having a conversation over the weekend like we typically do. And you know what we discovered in our conversation? We both equally don't like talking to people. Now, my husband has a lot of friends, and I have a decent amount of friends. I have a decent circle. But as we get older together, and we've been together a very long time, it becomes like a lot of work spending the time and effort to really put someone through like the first degree in the lie detector test and the machine to see if they can get through it to exist as your friend. I'm a very complex person. I don't do things in an ordinary fashion at all, and you pretty much have taken that from this podcast. And people can't be trusted for me. I'm not thinking that I'm the first person to say that making friends is important or having relationships is important. We just need to be careful with our inability to predict the future in people. I'm not saying you can't be friendly with people. I'm not saying you can't, build relationships. I'm not saying you can't do that. But what I am saying is that you should definitely be careful, because people aren't who you think they are, and situations aren't what you think they are. And we need to do a better job of understanding that very easily. We don't really know who people are. If you watch the show called Americans on FX, these people were walking around like they were normal, ordinary people, but they were like spies for the Russian government. And they were connecting to the Russian government with a radio in their bedroom. Now, I'm not saying every neighbor is doing that, but it could be. Anybody could be a spy. And we need to be aware that people we trust might have cruel intentions. That's the idea of what I'm saying. Rock, sex, and cocaine are a great way to have a great fucking time, but they're also a great way to die. You have to be okay with an addiction to rock and roll because it's fun at the beginning, but it requires a lot of hard work. My favorite music is rock and roll. I love AC/DC. I love the Cranberries. I love basically every rock group from the 70s. Nirvana is still one of my most favorite groups. I like Soundgarden. I like Metallica. I feel such a bond to rock music. Even more recently, Linkin Park, before it turned into a girl band, before what's his name died off. Weezer, so many other bands, Imagine Dragons. I love rock music. I've always had a connection to it. And let's not lie, sex and cocaine are definitely attractive things if you're an addict or you're in that life. Being a rock star, being in that fast, crazy, addicting limelight, sex and cocaine goes along with that. I mean, they could basically fuck whoever they want. They're having a great existence, but you got to be okay with that. Because let's look at some of these rock stars. They don't get out. They don't live a very long time. They become addicts. It's questionable. We look at all the rock stars throughout history within the last 30, 40 years, the majority of them are dead. How the fuck does that work? Those are great questions, right? Or they end up committing suicide because is the power too much for them? I happen to think rock and roll is the best music to ever exist, and you can disagree with me and you can want to claim your folk music, but let's just be real. There's only one leader in music, and it's rock and roll. It's not rap music, it's not R&B, it's not country, and it's definitely not Christian music. As much as I like Christian music, and I do, I think that, maybe the second closest to rock and roll would be Christian music. Singing about God and gospel would definitely be music that you'd want to listen to. But I'm also aware enough and awake enough to understand that that's not going to attract younger people to listen to it. And if they don't have a connection to it, they might not understand it. But if you're just listening to music, I would start with AC/DC. And I would definitely have fun. I would go through all the old rock and roll. I would listen to Black Sabbath, and I would just go through all of the old music that exists and go album by album, and I'm sure you're going to find some shit you like. There are so many amazing rock groups. I mean, Green Day has become very opinionated with politics, which turns me off. Once they start getting into politics, I stop caring, because I like groups that want to call out politics, not ones that are picking a side. Because I don't really think there's a side with politics and people. I think it's either the people or it's nothing. That's my view, and I'm sticking with that. That's how I feel, and I'm not going to change that. But moving on from that, rock, sex, and cocaine. No one knows everything. And when people pretend like they do know everything, we should question why they're doing that shit. Like, what are you getting from pretending like you're fucking Albert Einstein? And even he probably didn't know anything. Why do these people do that? It's absolutely bizarre, and we shouldn't give these people any time of the day because no one knows everything. People do realize that, right? Laughing because we can, because what do we want to do? Cry? That's never good. We should smile. We should laugh. We should have great times. We should have amazing experiences. Mirror, mirror, when you're looking in the mirror, you need to learn to love the reflection that you see. And moving on from the mirror, let's get into eating. Today is Monday. I'm having a leftover dish of pasta for meal prep. And this morning, I had egg and cheese for breakfast. Egg roll in a bowl is delicious. You basically get a bag of coleslaw. You cook off some ground chicken, ground turkey. Then you add in some soy sauce. It sounds really good. Celery apple salad. I don't know what that is. Sounds very interesting, though. I mean, what do we really think celery apple cider is? Is it just celery and apple? Do you put anything over that? I don't even know. I mean, I try it. I'm really not going to knock things till I try it, right? I'm really not going to say things are gross unless I try it and I don't like it. But it's supposed to be a salad, and I'm not really sure how we do this. I'd say just go on Pepper or Pinterest and type it in and see what you find. Tuscan soup sounds delicious. I love Italian soups. Let's go. Honey mustard chicken. Obviously, you're mixing in honey, mustard, some sort of like spice. You want to marinate the chicken. Maybe I take the chicken, you fillet it, you get like a Ziploc bag, you put it in some honey mustard, and you let that marinate for, I don't know, like 24 hours, maybe 12. You take it out, you put it in the air fryer, put it in your one pan, then you add in the rest of the sauce, the honey mustard and honey. I would add in honey. I would do like a spicy mustard, and I would do like a regular mustard as a mix, and I think you'll be very surprised. Hot honey shrimp. We're always talking about hot honey chicken, but you could do like hot honey anything. You could really, like, if you want to go more seafood, you could do hot honey scallops. Why not? Italian grinder bean salad. I don't really know what that is, but I'm willing to try it. And banh mi salad sounds like something I'd probably like. You know, I love sushi and all these different Thai foods and Korean and Japanese foods. Those are my go-tos, because we all know that Mexican and like Italian are my go-to favorites, and the rest follow after. If I lived in Japan, I'd just eat sushi all day. Fact. But there's a lot of people that probably don't like sushi. They don't understand the idea of eating like raw fish. And I'm not going to lie, I was one of those people. But once I had a poke bowl and I really started to understand sushi, I can't ever be a person that doesn't love it. Just like I can't ever be a person that doesn't love ramen. Like, there's certain things that I love. Like real Italian pasta, there's nothing in comparison to it. But banh mi sounds good. I don't really know what that is, but I'm willing to try it. Moving on from from eating to watching. I did this backwards. I was supposed to do watching, then eating, but it's Monday, and I'm doing it this way, so don't judge me. Shelter. We went to see it this weekend. It was phenomenal with Jason Statham, and if you haven't seen it, you need to go see it. Oh my God. Just the acting, the storyline, the characters, the British underworld. My favorite part of movies is when the storyline isn't too deep, but you get it right away and you put things together. And I love British everything. I'm a Brit box person. Basically, everything that I look at primarily is British, right? Gangs of London is back on AMC Plus. If you don't have access to that, I don't know what's wrong with you. That's probably one of the best shows made in the last 15 years as far as like underground, UK shit. If you like that type of stuff like I do, or me and Skip both really do love it. Stay tuned for our next latest episode of We Give You the Review, where we really go on a deep dive of it. I'm not going to do that here because I'm going to do that with him later. But it's really a phenomenal movie, and if you haven't checked it, you should. Is anybody going to be watching Monday Night Raw I feel like I'm not doing that. Are we ready for Mayor of Eastown to leave? I'm not going to lie. These last couple of seasons have just turned me off, and I haven't really been looking at it like that. Like, when his brother went to jail in the last season, I was kind of like, okay, this is fucking stupid. And then the other dude died in his house, and it was just, like, very over dramatic. And there's, like, 80 layers. It reminds me of the show that was on MGM, Godfather of Harlem. Like, I used to really be into that show, and then it just got to a point where it was like all this shit was going on, and I just stopped caring. I feel like that about Mayor of Easttown. Like, it's good, but SpongeBob is still entertaining. It doesn't matter how old SpongeBob gets. His shows and those episodes are so comparable to, like, real life. It's absolutely hilarious. And SpongeBob is actually very entertaining. That's why they gave an entire channel to him for Nickelodeon, because they understand what the fans want. Fans of Nick love SpongeBob. It's not a surprise. It's basically very obvious. What's new on HBO Max? I don't know. Are they even going to, like, come out with shit that's new? I mean, clearly they're coming out with a new dragon show that my husband forced me to watch a preview of. Guess we're going to be watching that. I thought we were punishing them by not seriously paying attention to anything that they're doing after they came out with that ridiculously awful ending for Game of Thrones that I'm still not happy about. I'm still not accepting that. That wasn't the full ending for me. I think everybody should have died. I'm not okay with what they did with that ending, and I think it was stupid. 8 years, and then they end it like that. They do that with a lot of HBO things, which I don't understand. But I don't really know what HBO Max is going to be doing, especially because Netflix is about to buy them. So, like, how much effort are they putting into this stuff? There's my question. I'm assuming not a lot. And I'm not saying that because I'm not saying they're not, like, talented. I'm saying this from a perspective of, if you're a store and you're a window setter and somebody's going to come into the store that you work at and then they're going to reset the window, do you fix the window in advance? Or do you just wait till the new directions come from the new window people? That's my question. I say Netflix just does nothing. I don't know. Am I right? Am I wrong? We'll find out and we will see. Thank you for tuning in to this Monday edition of Born to Be a Star. Please know that you're a star wherever you are. Please remember you're the beginning, the middle, and the end. Omnipresent, just like Jesus Christ. Been here before and seen everything before. We are the one thing that defeats darkness because we are light. I see that light in you, and I hope that you see that light in me too. Remember, we are the beginning, the middle, and the end. Remember, the fight never ends. We only find each other in the darkness. Remember your strength. Remember your power. Remember who you are. Hello, goodbye, good morning, good night, and ciao. I'm not sure where we go from here, but we'll find out. But remember you're a star wherever you are. And I'll see you guys same place, same time tomorrow. Remember your brightness in the darkness, because your brightness is the only thing to guide you when you can't see anything ahead of yourself. Have a wonderful day, evening, night, morning, afternoon, wherever you are around the world. And remember your star power. It's always going to be us against them. The light against the darkness. And the light is always going to prevail. Remember that. I'll see you guys tomorrow.